Good morning, this is Vicki.
And this is Jo.
And we're the two natural ladies.
And we talk about the good news we all need and ways of getting the most out of life.
We help people with practical, uplifting ways we can all make a difference.
And we're striving for better, not perfect.
And we love a good laugh. Please enjoy the show.
Why do you want a glass of water, Jo?
Oh, because I want to talk about hydration.
Yes.
It's a big topic.
It is a big topic.
Mm.
Have you noticed there's a noise started up in here?
I have.
Yeah.
But I don't think people on
there can hear it. Okay. Just talk amongst ourselves.
Yes. No, I think it's coming from the computer or something.
Some fan.
Yes. I did. While you're looking up, what have you found?
No, I haven't found. Yep.
I was just going to mention I've been doing a 4-week masterclass on intermittent fasting.
Mm.
And I've been doing the intermittent. I've been a bit up and down with the intermittent fasting, but I've made a commitment that I'm going to do it for 12 weeks. I'm going to give it a real go. So, but one of the things that he was talking about was that, obviously the benefits of water but he was also talking about not just water, he was talking about food, and he was talking about that if you're at home and you eat a pizza, that's not going to be really good for you. But he was talking about the blue zones. And he talked about how, which are, for those people who don't know, a number of areas in the world where people live to over 100 or over 110, so that they live longer as a group than any other areas in the world. And there's about 6 or 7 blue zones. And the biggest thing about blue zones is not the food, it's the community. Mm-hmm. And that they sit down and they have food together. And so they might have, because he was saying you don't want to eat a lot of, it's not complex carbohydrates, the other one. But if your nana makes a beautiful apple pie, that's fine to have a beautiful apple pie. It's if you
with ice cream.
With ice cream, yes, or homemade gelati. But if you're buying the stuff in the packages from the supermarket, he was just explaining the differences.
Well, and is it because of the ingredients, or is it because of who you're eating with and the mood you're in when you're eating? And
yes.
Deepak Chopra talks about that too. Yes. So, I mean, if you eat a banana that's supposedly good for you, but you're not enjoying it, it's not doing you any good. And it's not necessarily that you don't eat bananas, but if you're having a great conversation and you're around people that you want to be around and you're eating a banana, that's going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, and he was just talking about how Western society is all about work, whereas a lot of other societies, food and being together is, the important thing. And we need to take a leaf out of their book.
We definitely do.
Or maybe 2 leaves even.
Yes, absolutely.
Or a whole crop.
Yeah. Whole farm.
Yes.
Yeah. Forest even. Yes. So, hydration. So this is a huge topic.
It is a huge topic, and it's actually one of the 7 pillars. And we discussed the other 6 pillars previously, and we did discuss a bit of the 7th pillar, but we wanted to discuss more of it because for us, this is high on the list of vital nutrients for the body is water. With around 60% or more of our body being made of water, we are I'm not even going to try and say that word. We're tied to water as a source of our continued health and vitality. For this reason, proper hydration is the 3rd pillar of health. All body systems are compromised, I'll say that again, compromised by dehydration. Even mild dehydration will show significant reduction in the body's ability to function effectively. Dark urine and dry mouth are often touted as early signs of dehydration. However, these markers are signs that the body has already made strong adaptive changes due to lowered water levels and urgent rehydration is needed.
I'm thirsty.
Me too. The sign of thirst, which is often muted in many people, is the ideal marker for the body's need for more water.
Yeah.
In the chronically dehydrated, regaining the sensitivity, and I've lost it. I've lost the rest of that, interestingly. But yes, so isn't that interesting? And a lot of people, they eat when they're actually thirsty.
Well, yes. And I discovered water a few years ago, well, quite a few years ago now, as in discovered water. I wasn't drinking.
Wow, Vicki was the discoverer.
All this knowledge.
Yes.
I was not drinking enough water, and then I took on drinking water. I was introduced actually to water filters, and I started to enjoy water. And then the more water I drank, the more water I wanted, and it's been a real. And then of course I've sort of backed off a little bit. I think I was drinking too much at one point.
You can overdo it.
Yeah, I've got back into balance. But yes, the mere talking about water has me want water. So power of suggestion. Yeah. And, I'm not dehydrated now, but...
No. But so some signs that you need some more water is sugar cravings, salt cravings, fatigue, feeling the need to drink a lot of water at one time, sleep issues, falling asleep, waking in the night or early in the morning, even, if you have to get up for a radio show, well, that's different. Tension, nervousness, anxiety or panic.
Right.
So, there's lots of things that water can help with. And I would drink an average of 2 litres of water every day. And, often people will say, would you like a cup or would you like... No, I'm just happy with and I have a big 1.5 litre of water, so I make sure that I at least drink that in the day, but then I'll often have another glass or 2 of water.
Yeah. I loved that I started to love water because it was a chore before, but I actually started to feel it going down and the vibrancy. I think it was because I was drinking the filtered water.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it makes a huge difference. Yeah. I haven't drunk. I mean, occasionally I will, and, if I'm really thirsty and there's only tap water, I'll drink it. But I haven't drunk normal water for 31 years. So, because when my second son was born, I started using filter. I bought it. I used to buy it from a health food store.
Yeah, they're already filtered.
60 cents a litre, I can remember. And then at one point, Frank said, "This is ridiculous. Let's buy a unit." And so we've had the units ever since. Yeah.
So if you were ever caught out without water, would you drink tap water?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yes. I'm not, like... Oh, no, I can't drink. Yes. Yeah. No, it's just, and you can taste the difference. And we used to get people, we'd give them 2 glasses and close their eyes and, give them 2 glasses, one of the filtered water, one of tap water, and you could definitely taste the difference.
Yeah. Well, and then water fasting.
Yes. Well, that's part of the intermittent fasting is you can do water fasting for 24 hours or just 12 hours or 14 hours or whatever,
And it is very healing. I mean, it's interesting. My daughter, because, my husband and I are having great results with intermittent fasting and for various reasons. And, I've healed all sorts of issues by fruit fasting, water fasting. She was actually told by her naturopath that she needs to eat more. So, and then I said to her, because she was like, "Oh, but I thought, I was giving my digestion a break and all that." And I said, "Well," because she's been hearing us talking, which is lovely. She's taking on board what we're saying. And I said, "Well, it's probably, it is very relevant for you, and maybe at some point in your life, you'll draw on that information, but it's like having a toolbox of sometimes you need a screwdriver and sometimes you need a hammer.
Yes.
And at this point, you've been using the hammer when you needed the screwdriver. So, maybe that's all that is. It's a bit of balance. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think at different times in your life, you need different things. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now there is this great magazine called the Natural Health Society magazine, and they have hydration hacks, which is this new word. Yes, I think I've decided hacks means like being able to do something quicker.
Right. Yeah. So a life hack.
Yeah. Or a tip. It's a tip, but it's a tip to help things be easier or quicker.
So a tip on steroids, even.
Could be. Absolutely.
Okay.
This is really interesting. Studies have found that 80% of Australian adults suffer chronic dehydration, drinking an average of 1.9 litres of water per day. This is well below the leading health organisation's recommendations of 2.5 for men and 2 for women. Note that some or much of this water can be supplied by fresh fruit and veggies, because that's probably what happened for you.
Yeah.
You started eating the fruit and veggies, or the fruit, and that was actually part of what you were getting was the water in there. So routine, drink 1 glass of water as soon as you get out of bed. And I'm tending to do that now, and I'm putting lemon or lime in it.
Yes.
Which is supposed to be good for your liver.
Yes.
So by doing this each morning, it will be a habit in no time. Sticking to this healthy ritual will help set up for a day of positive and healthy choices. Drink it. Sounds obvious, but hydration doesn't have to just mean still water. Sparkling water or non-caffeinated teas can still have a hydrating benefit. For something extra fancy, you could always try beverages like coconut water or watermelon water. I still think water's the best. Eat it. Try consuming some water-dense fruit and vegetables such as cucumbers, tomatoes, celery, lettuce and melons. Ice baby. Mix things up by simply pureeing foods like cucumber, ginger, berries and pineapple. Place the puree into ice trays, and once they are frozen, add them to your still or sparkling water.
That's a good idea. Well, I've been making watermelon slushies. My daughter loves them. And so just a watermelon and ice, and enough ice that it goes like a slushie.
Wow.
And, I usually make it fresh, but I could actually put them into ice trays. And, we could have it in our water, or we could just defrost a couple and have them as slushies.
That's right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So it's...
mint. Oh, sorry.
Oh, and mint.
The watermelon, when I've got mint growing in the garden, adding mint to it is just divine.
Adding mint to your water.
To my slushie.
Oh, to your slushie, your watermelon slushie.
Yes.
Watermelon slushie with mint.
It's divine.
It's divine.
Yes. Trust me.
I trust you implicitly,
Your face
Vicki.
is not saying
no,
that.
well, see, I'm not so big on the taste of watermelon, but I trust you absolutely.
You've been listening to the Two Natural Ladies podcast. Visit twonaturalladies.com.au for more information. Thanks for joining us.